What if I told you that your biggest barrier on your fertility journey wasn't necessarily your age, your hormones, or even your menstrual cycle? What if I told you that it was your blind spots that were causing your fertility challenges? Today, I'm going to share with you 5 key areas where your hidden blind spots may be holding you back and uncover them so that you can go on with clarity and confidence. I'm going to walk you through step by step my blind framework where each letter represents a key area where the blind spots might exist. And I'll share with you simple solutions and real stories to help you move your next step forward. So come on, let's go. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show, where we talk about all things fertility. Trying to conceive isn't just a physical journey. It's one of the most mentally and emotionally demanding experiences a couple can go through. And it's time we start talking about all of it. Hi, I'm Denise Erez, your fertility godmother, and this show is for the woman who wants to optimize their health, who is trying to conceive and wants real, honest support, physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, without the overwhelm. Because this journey isn't just about getting pregnant. It's about who you become through it. And you don't have to navigate it alone. So take a deep breath. You're in the right place. Let's do this together. And welcome to the Fertility Godmother Show. Hi, I'm your host, Denise Erez, lovingly known as the Fertility Godmother. I'm a Chinese medical physician and nutritionist by profession, and I'm a fertility, health, and life coach and neuroencoding specialist by trade. And what that means is I get to help women and couples overcome their fertility struggles so that they can get pregnant and have a healthy baby without putting their life on hold. And I've been blessed to work with hundreds of women and help them uncover their hidden fertility blocks and help bring over 1,500 babies into the world. Now let's go ahead and dive into the blind framework. We're going to start with B, which is your beliefs. What are your beliefs? What stories are you telling about yourself? What stories are you telling yourself about your fertility journey? Are you thinking things like, am I too old? Or it's never going to happen? Or maybe that your body is failing you? These beliefs, they don't just affect your mindset. They affect your body by creating stress and limiting your ability to find possibility. I remember when Sarah came to me, she was trying to get pregnant for over 1.5 years. And every month when she got that negative pregnancy test, she would think that her body was failing her. She felt broken. This belief didn't just steal her hope and impact her relationships and her daily life, but it stole her hope and it kept her in this constant stress. A stress that she got used to and didn't even recognize. But it was preventing her from being able to find balance, because your body can heal itself when it is in balance. Sarah felt like she was carrying this invisible weight on her shoulders that she didn't know how to put down. As we worked together, one thing that really helped her was doing an incantation. An incantation is an affirmation, but you put your body, energy, and nervous system into it and repeat it over and over again till eventually you believe it. See, her old pattern was saying that her body was failing her. She was repeating that to herself over and over again, and she didn't even realize it. So repetition is the mother of all skill. So she was repeating these things that were harming her body. And so when we break that pattern and we input something that is actually serving her body, something like, my body is fully capable of creating a life, something else that's positive, that's going to move her towards her goals instead of away from her goals, makes a huge difference. The thing is when we do affirmations or incantations, we may not always believe them. But again, as we break the pattern and as we repeat things over and over again, only the things that we're choosing, that's what's going to make the difference. And eventually it'll become the new pattern and you will start to believe it. So it's not a fake it till you make it. I don't believe in that, but it's actually being mindful and conscious of the thoughts that you're choosing to use for yourself and for the world around you so that you can move towards your goals. Your beliefs are like the soil in your garden, right? If it's full of weeds, these negative thoughts, it's not going to be able to grow these beautiful flowers. Or if it does, you won't be able to see them and the weeds will take over. But when you nourish it with positive beliefs, you're going to create a fertile ground for your dreams to take root. Next is lifestyle. What are your daily habits? Are your daily habits silently working against your fertility? This includes sleep, movement, nutrition, even things like what you're doing before bed. Are you scrolling late at night trying to find answers, creating more and more stress, staying on that phone, looking for something? I remember Maria, she was burning the candle at both ends. She was working sometimes 12, 14-hour days. And instead of nourishing her body and allowing her body to rest, she would just grab whatever she could and just push through over and over again. Her body was screaming for help with her irregular menstrual cycles and this horrible fatigue, but she would ignore the signals and push through. She really felt like she was a car running on fumes, and she wasn't sure if she was going to be able to push all the way through before she would break down. I guided Maria to focus on 3 small changes. First was making sure that she had fertility-friendly foods that were going to nourish her body easily and are readily available at all times. We worked on having her do some breath work and walking during her lunch break so that she can calm her nervous system and get some movement in. And whenever possible, she tried to create a consistent bedtime routine, one where she wasn't scrolling right before she was going to bed. Literally within a couple weeks, her energy improved. And within about 3 months, her cycles became regular. When before they were like literally over a year since she would get a period. And she felt in control of her body again. Your lifestyle is the foundation of your house. If it's weak, built on poor nutrition, stress, or lack of rest, it can't support you. But when you strengthen your foundation with healthy habits, your body becomes a strong, stable base for your dreams to thrive. I is for insight. This is about the information that you might be missing. For example, are there deeper factors that you haven't tested for or addressed? Things like inflammation or nutrient levels or specific hormones might be playing a role. I remember Jessica, who was trying to conceive for over 2 years, and she was diagnosed with unexplained fertility. Everything appeared to seem normal, but deep down, she knew something was missing. She felt like she was trying to complete this puzzle with missing pieces. It was so frustrating and exhausting. Through comprehensive testing, we found out that her vitamin D levels were super low, along with some other nutrients, but what she had was inflammation. And so we needed to really correct that inflammation by making sure that she was managing her nervous system, eating the right foods, getting enough sleep, exercising properly, all these things working together to boost her body and help her not only feel better, but strengthen her fertility. Once she addressed all these things and her energy increased and she was feeling better, her digestive system was working, all the things, 4 months later, she was able to conceive and have a beautiful baby boy. Insight is like turning on a light in a dark room. Once you see what's going on, you can never unsee it, and you're able to move forward with clarity. N is for neglecting emotional health and wellness. We often underestimate how much stress and emotional health can impact fertility. Chronic stress can disrupt hormones, impact egg quality, and even impact implantation. I remember Megan feeling so stuck and overwhelmed. Her thoughts kept bringing her back into the past, these traumatic thoughts that she had, that she experienced, and it really caused her to freeze. She literally felt like she was this rubber band ready to break. We did several things. One of them was including some breath work, a simple breath work we call the 4-4-8 method. You breathe in through your nose for 4, hold for 4, and breathe out for 8. Breathing in through your nose, hold, and exhale. And when you just do between 3 to 5 breaths, you immediately can feel yourself reconnecting in your body, calming your nervous system, and it does wonders. And it's something that you can do anytime, anywhere, really easy and really quick. We also did an exercise where you get to recreate your past. It's called Change Personal History. Super powerful exercise where she didn't have to keep living in the past like that. It allowed her to be free. And she said that she was feeling better than ever in the last 8 years. So super amazing, super quick. And I'm really excited for her as she's getting ready to prepare to get pregnant very soon. Stress is kind of like this storm cloud that's blocking the sun. When the clouds start to move and the sunshine starts to shine through, you can feel that sense of calmness, right? Or that light at the end of the tunnel. You can start to see things and be able to move clearly on your path forward. And finally, D for direction. Are you moving forward with clarity on your plan, or are you guessing which direction you should take on this journey? Without clear direction, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and stuck. I remember when I first started seeing Anna, she was feeling really overwhelmed and conflicted because everything she was reading had opposing views from the fertility forums and blogs, and even well-meaning friends. She was taking random supplements, especially these gummy prenatals, and just trying this and trying that, but not being consistent, not knowing what her body needed, and not knowing what to look for in a good quality supplement. She was like trying to navigate this maze, but she was blindfolded. So together we created her personalized pregnancy game plan, which focused on actionable steps like getting the proper testing done, making sure she had the right nutrients, upgrading all her supplements, making sure she was on the right ones for her body and taking them consistently. And once she had clarity and she felt empowered to move forward, within a few months, she saw significant progress. And as she was getting ready to do her insemination, she actually got pregnant right before. A clear plan is like your GPS on your fertility journey. Without it, you might be making some wrong turns and you might be feeling a little bit lost and wasting some time. With it, you know exactly where to go and exactly how to get there. So there you have the blind framework. You have the B for belief, the L for lifestyle, I for insight, N for neglecting your emotional health, and D for direction. Now that we've been able to uncover those blind spots, it's time to take some action. So share with me which letter resonated with you and what is your action step to move forward so that you can move closer to your dreams of having a baby. And if you need some extra support, please click the link in the description below to see how I can support you and we can create your personalized pregnancy game plan together and help you feel more empowered on this journey. Remember, by addressing your blind spots and creating opportunities, you're moving closer to your dreams and your goals. And I want you to remember that you're not alone on this journey. I'm here with you every step of the way. So until next time, make sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Denise Erez, your fertility godmother, wishing you a healthy, happy pregnancy.